While the light of monotheism filled the earth with tranquility, the enemy of man was lurking in the shadows, weaving the very first threads of sedition to divide purity from corruption. Contemplate this. Falsehood always seeks to infiltrate through the cracks of negligence. Iblis would never allow this luminous structure to rise without attempting to inject the poison of deviation. It was the moment humanity learned that maintaining the path is harder than building it. Without holding fast to the divine rope, hearts are easily swayed by deceptive illusions. Oh, children of Adam, this war was not fought with swords. It was a silent battle between the light of certainty and the darkness of whispers. So, how did Prophet Seth face this first storm? His fortress was separation, a decisive boundary, drawn between those who obeyed and those who strayed, protecting the pure nature from being polluted by the desires of the lower self. Reflect on the wisdom of the leader prophet. He realized that mixing with darkness dims the lamp of the soul. Thus, he established limits, ensuring the light remained pure for its bearers. Such is life, a field of testing. Do we follow the fleeting glitter of temptation, or do we walk by the guidance of the scrolls that never mislead nor bring misery? The devil wanted to drag humanity into the abyss of distraction, but Seth stood vigilant, guarding the hearts of his people with the power of revelation and unwavering firmness. Every era has its trial, and every trial has a prophetic exit. How beautiful it is to learn how to build fortresses around our faith, making it unbreakable against the waves of chaos. Behold how light triumphed in this silent battle, and how the trust continued to flow, defying the plots of the deceivers. The journey of truth remains eternal. The light of prophethood did not stop at the boundaries of the first settlement. The mission of Seth, peace be upon him, was one of expansion, spreading goodness to every corner darkened by ignorance. The wise prophet realized that knowledge, if confined, perishes. He chose his finest disciples, instilled in them the spirit of responsibility, and sent them as reformers to the ends of the earth. It was a true battle between a luminous order carried by the preachers and a blind chaos attempting to dominate the minds of the multiplying populace. 0. Contemplate how knowledge is planted. It is not mere words, but seeds of life that sprout trees of wisdom and integrity within the hearts of men. 0. As civilization expanded, social challenges emerged, and conflicts nearly ignited. Yet, the divine method was present to swiftly restore balance and harmony. 0. The scrolls served as the great, legislative umbrella, under which society took shelter from whim and injustice, ensuring no one oppressed another. 0. Seth stood like a mighty mountain, watching the horizons, ensuring that the flame of monotheism was kindled wherever human feet had trodden. It is the shield of the method upon which the arrows of doubt and corruption shatter, keeping the believing community safe within its fold. 0. Thus, humanity lived through a golden era of righteousness and reform, under the leadership of a prophet whose primary concern was that only truth be worshipped on earth. But the journey of light is long, and the trust is heavy. The time had come to think of who would carry the banner after him. Await the moment of the great testament. 0. The time of farewell. As the appointed hour drew near, the great pillar of light sensed its earthly journey reaching the final chapter, gathering all surrounding energies for the ultimate transition. The secret of the trust. At its core, a blinding sphere of pure energy began to pulse, the sacred secret of prophethood, concentrating centuries of divine wisdom into a single point of power. Passing the prophetic light, a smaller, vibrant beam of light approached the massive pillar. In this silent encounter between two magnitudes, the future of the divine message was about to be decided. Covenant of the Scrolls. Suddenly, the 50 luminous slabs of the scrolls ignited, spinning in a high-speed vortex, their laser-like beams weaving a protective net of knowledge around the light. The transfer of wisdom. A horizontal stream of golden plasma surged between them, a hyperspeed transfer of light, carrying the heavy trust from the departing source to the new guardian, protecting the method. Warning flares flickered as jagged shadows of future trials struck the shield. Remain steadfast, the light echoed, as the golden barrier shattered every attempt of darkness. The solemn covenant. An intricate golden mandala materialized, the sacred seal. It vibrated with intense sparks, locking the covenant of faith between the heavens and the rising successor. The prophetic blessing. Ethereal ripples of white light washed over the chamber, the silent blessing of the ancestors, affirming that the lineage of purity remains unbroken and eternal. The ascent of the soul. The massive pillar began to dissolve into millions of rising particles, transforming from a stationary force into a celestial vortex that ascended toward the infinite void. Dawn of a new generation. As the sun exploded over the dark horizon, a single dominant ray of gold stood firm. The era of Seth had ascended, and the dawn of Anush had the final fulfillment. After 912 years of unwavering purity, the great pillar of light completes its mission, dissolving into a cloud of eternal, brilliant dust. The ascent of impact. Millions of golden particles surge upward in a celestial stream, charting a luminous path that connects the earth to the highest heavens forever. An unshakable foundation. Behold the structure that remains, a vast geometric city of light, standing as a solid and unshakable monument to a society founded on truth. Preserving the Constitution. Within the celestial vault, the 50 slabs of light pulse with intense energy, preserving the divine constitution for every generation that seeks the way. The eternal river of knowledge. Knowledge now flows like a river of liquid gold, winding through the dark landscapes of history, to illuminate every heart and mind it touches. Paving the way for the future. In the far distance, a new blue-white star begins to ignite, as the legacy of Seth stretches out its hand to greet the coming era of Prophet Idris. The succession of eras. The gears of the prophetic eras rotate in perfect harmony, ensuring that the message of monotheism never ceases its sacred rotation through time. Guarding the purity. Concentric domes of light pulse with defensive power, shielding the core of the faith from the swirling mists of ignorance and chaos. The cosmic script. The impact of the gift of God is written in the stars. Cosmic nebula of light script, forever echoing the story of the prophet who rebuilt the world. The eternal dawn. The journey of light concludes with a single, powerful heartbeat, exploding into a blinding horizon of hope that will guide humanity until the end of time. Follow us.